Hello viewers. Today we have with us Mr. Abhishek Biswas, who's the founder of Sattvik Council of India, which is the world's first uh, council for vegetarian certification. Welcome, Mr. Biswas.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll begin with some very basic questions today because today is the World Vegetarian Day. So I'll
Yes.
begin with why should one turn vegetarian? What is so important about being a vegetarian?
Look, usually people think that non-vegetarian is basically a lot of it's a taboo. Being non-vegetarian is a taboo. There are a lot of things which the minerals, the contents, the food, whatever you get, it's better if you eat non-veg. But I think that vegetarian basically this is a wrong notion. There are a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things which are better as far as the protein is concerned, the carbohydrates is concerned, the fat, all the kind of minerals is concerned. You will get the same. You get the same, or rather, much better. And much better and neutral. Minerals and other things basically in a vegetarian food. So, and I personally I think that there is a trend in the world usually it happens because I mean, for the last 4 5 years 6 years we are seeing that there is a growth in the vegetarians in the world, and after the pandemic people have really understood the importance of being a vegetarian. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So that is what I want to know. What is the importance of being a vegetarian?
ma'am, I think that a that you obviously there are you should a body should avoid red meat as much as possible, and the kind of definitely, I technically think that though I'm not against the non-vegetarian food or something like that, but I
Mm-hmm.
personally feel that it helps you keep calm. Also, there are
Okay.
a lot of there are a lot of holistic things which comes where you technically think that oh no, I'm not a meat eater. So basically, that is also there is a small cliche in that people. I personally believe that being vegetarian is now more savvy than than being a non-vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian, you said that it keeps us more calm.
Yeah,
Uh,
ma'am.
that
Scientifically, also there are scientific evidences also for that.
Mhm. Okay, that
Yeah.
is mentioned in Gita also, the tamasic,
Yes, ma'am.
rajasic, and sattvic
Yes, ma'am.
food.
Yes, ma'am. And that is what is our mantra also, is that
Hmm.
we talking about neutrality. So basically,
Hmm.
if you are so if you are more if you're eating tamasic food, you get all those kinds of tamasic energies, and you need to dissolve them to become, come into a balance. So we are always talking about a balanced food. We're talking about a balanced environment. We're talking, even we have brought the same thing into the modern line technology, and that is what Sattvic certification is all about. Yes.
But today, how do you define vegetarianism? Because people who eat egg, they also call themselves as vegetarian. People who are nowadays, they have gone a little ahead of vegetarian and they are becoming vegans. They don't take
Right.
any dairy products.
Yes. Yes.
In your opinion, what exactly is vegetarian?
Ma'am, I'll give you a small example. I was recently traveling out, and before, when you used to ask, like almost 3 4 years back, I think, pre-pandemic, when you were traveling and you ask for a vegetarian food, people were leery. Different countries have got different, they have got different, you can say, ideologies for vegetarian. They have got different definitions for vegetarian, right? So today, if you ask somebody that I need a vegan food, right? So that at least you are sure that there is no meat in that, and there is no meat content in that. Even if
Okay.
you are not a lacto tolerant or whatever, I mean, you don't want to eat milk products, but at least you get that food which you want to eat, which is like a vegan, which is
Okay.
100% pure vegetarian food. So at least world has grown up to that level. हर जगह अब दुनिया में they've gone up to that level that yes, now vegetarian means vegan. It's like that. Yeah.
Okay. So vegetarian, if you ask for vegetarian food, do they serve you eggs and all? No.
Ma'am, look. before, say for example, today, I was sitting with somebody, last, yesterday. So he went on a project to Bangladesh. So he said that kuch vegetarian, he wanted to go to a vegetarian restaurant, and he said that, I want to eat something vegetarian. So the person he brought some soup kind of a thing, but he could see those, bits of meat pieces in
Meat.
that. Meat pieces in that. So he asked him, "ये क्या है? What is this?" So he said, "ये तो beef है." तो बोला, "अरे भाई, I'm asking for a vegetarian." So बोला, "Vegetarian मतलब there's only chicken and beef." So
Ah.
anything. So there is a entire, vegetarian definition grows cross countries differently. So if you go to Thailand, for example, and say that I need some veggie. So what they will do is they'll give in some veggies in fish, or a in a beef broth, and they will give it to you. That, oh, it doesn't have a meat.
Hmm.
Right. So the definitions around the world around are very different. And now when veganism is on the top of the charts right now, and there are
Yeah.
almost the entire Europe is going to, and obviously the industry is revolving around it. So there are a lot of plant-based meat factories which are coming up now in India also, and in Europe they were there since a long time. But our main agenda is that a person needs to understand the importance of being a vegetarian. That's one. Second, that I have, or any vegetarian has got, or anybody on this planet, whosoever is a human, basically, he has the right to eat whatever he wants to eat. Right? He should not be misguided. He should not be told that नहीं नहीं ये तो vegetarian है, लेकिन वो vegetarian environment में नहीं बना हुआ है. Because food is my fundamental right. That is my fundamental right, and nobody can take that from me. Right. So before, I'll give you small examples. There are a lot of restaurants who are serving vegetarian food, but the way they are making it's all contaminated. It's all, there are a lot of cross contaminations, because they're using the same utensils,
Serving
they're using
spoon.
the same service spoons, everything. So even so there was supposed to be a standard for that, and that's what Southwick India is doing basically. So we are, and companies like UL, companies like DNV, companies like Bureau Veritas, they are selling our certificate right now, and probably we made that possible, that for anybody in this entire world, under any conditions, if he wants to go to a vegetarian restaurant, he can actually see the Sattvic certification logo, and he can walk inside the restaurant and eat with faith. Right? Say
Yeah.
now we are almost serving 6 to 8,000 vegetarian meals in Delhi railway in Delhi base kitchen. So they are all
Yeah.
carrying Sattvic stickers. So
Okay.
anybody who's going in Duronto, who is going in Rajdhani, who's going in Shatabdis from Delhi, they are being served that food, and they are happily eating it, because they technically understand that no, this is a food which is processed as a vegetarian food. There is no cross contamination, and the entire supply chain management has been taken care of.
So that means abroad, if one goes abroad, you have to ask
Yeah.
for vegan food, not for vegetarian food.
Typically, yes,
That's a
yes, yes,
safer.
yes. That's a safer version, saying that, and they will understand. Actually, ma'am, point is that um, that's what I told you, that every continent of the world, every country of the world, the definitions of vegetarian is different.
Yeah.
वो different है, मतलब for सब it's very different. So we have to see that there has to be a standard format. That's what we are
That
trying
is,
to create.
yeah,
आज
that
आप
is what.
जाते हो कहीं पर, आज आप फ्लाइट में जाते हो, अब्रॉड जाते हो, आप बोलते हो हमें जैन फूड दे दो. अरे नहीं भाई, जैन फूड, जैन, we are also doing a Jain code. We have almost 40 codes which we are certifying in. So
Okay.
typically, if it's a Jain food, there should not be any onion in it, right?
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
and it should, you cannot serve it. You have to serve it before the sunset, right? So there are protocols for Jain food, but Jain food is used as a, another word for pure vegetarian, right? Which is not right.
Hmm.
So
So,
and India being the backdrop of the entire of the food thing, food fraternity. Charak Samhita was written in हमारे यहाँ पे लिखी गई है. People have adopted it throughout the world. So who will write the definition then? We have to write the definition.
yeah, true.
मैम हम ही अगर
हाँ,
हमने योगा दिया, आयुर्वेदा
हाँ,
दिया, हमने
हाँ,
आपको बताया कि पित्त कफ क्या चीज होती है, हमने आपको पूरी
हाँ,
चरक संहिता दी, हमने
हम्म,
आपको पूरी पतंजलि दी. तो
हम्म,
पॉइंट इज कि अब हु इज गोइंग टू राइट द डेफिनेशन?
हाँ,
किसका दायित्व
स्टैंडर्डाइज
है?
भी हमें ही करना है उसको.
हमें ही करना
हमें,
होगा ना मैम.
हाँ,
और तो किसी के पास है नहीं ना ये चीज.
हाँ, हाँ,
हु इज
राइट,
गोइंग टू राइट इट? कौन देगा दुनिया
राइट,
को डेफिनेशन की? नहीं, वेजिटेरियन की डेफिनेशन, शुद्ध शाकाहारी की डेफिनेशन ये होती है, और उसके
हाँ,
पैरामीटर्स ये होते हैं. अब
हम्म,
पहले किचन होते थे, पहले हमारे
हम्म,
यहाँ लोग बचपन में तो मैंने भी देखा है, जब मैं अपने उधर जाता था, अपनी नानी के यहाँ या उधर कहीं जाता था, तो वो तो किचन लेपा जाता था वहां पर. तो
हाँ,
बेसिकली द स्टैंडर्ड्स वर देयर. वो
हाँ,
स्टैंडर्ड बने हुए थे. वो
हम्म,
पूरा उनका पूरा एसओपीज बनी हुई थी. वो एसओपीज
हम्म,
आपके यहाँ भी पहले यूज
हाँ,
होती होंगी कि भाई
हाँ,
किचन
ट्रू,
के अंदर घुसने से
ट्रू.
पहले नहा धो के घुसना है.
नहा धो के घुसना है, चप्पल
राइट.
नहीं लेके
तो
जाना है.
चप्पल नहीं लेके जाना. तो
ट्रू.
ये सब चीजें तो एसओपीज थी मैम, और वो तो
हाँ,
हमारे यहाँ ही थी. आप कहीं अमेरिकन
हाँ,
हाउस होल्ड में तो देखते नहीं हो, या किसी
हाँ,
ब्रिटिश हाउस होल्ड में तो देखते नहीं हो कि
हम्म,
आपके किचन में तो कोई भी जा सकता है, कैसे भी जा सकता है.
हम्म,
So we खाना एक बहुत बड़ा, it was a very it is and it is going to be, is a very
हम्म,
very big part of the of the human chain, human clan.
yeah,
So and the
हम्म,
discoveries of food, the how to prepare the food, how to
हम्म,
keep the food, how to even pasteurize the food, this was
हम्म,
all done by us.
हम्म,
We had given it to the world.
हाँ, which we lost.
No, ma'am, we didn't lost. We are still there.
No, we lost. No,
Almost
no.
20.
It is only it something which was there, which was spread in the society is not there. No, now maximum number
Right.
of people are not following those norms, and it is
But
like
they
a
will.
few people
We
like
are
you
we are
who are
trying our
trying
level
to.
best
Yeah.
that those I think that adaptation is the biggest policy of human nature. So
Hmm,
probably I think that when people will be seeing that there are big corporate houses who have adapted it, so now I
hmm,
think वो धीरे धीरे household में भी आ जाएगा.
hmm, hmm.
But we
That's
are
a good.
trying.
Yeah,
जी
yeah.
जी
That's a
जी.
good effort actually.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
We must I feel we must be following what our values are rather than be fashioning our life according to what others are doing. We should be
Initially,
propagating ourselves.
initially, initially, what usually happens. What usually happened was that there are a lot of people who have gone to the West and never came back.
Hmm.
Right. So their preachment started there. वो उन्होंने वहां पे preachment start कर दिया अपना. But the
Hmm.
point was there were a lot of things which was supposed to come, which was our thing, and
Hmm.
हम अपने को ही बताना भूल गए.
Huh.
So
You're
there was
right.
a lag. There was a
Hmm.
lag, which now people are trying to see how people are. I mean, I think all the biggest probably CEOs are of Indian origins today.
Hmm. Hmm.
And almost I personally believe that 60% of them would be vegetarians,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
that aesthetically that comes in from the values which they get,
Hmm.
which was
From
passed
their
on to them.
homes. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So there are many people who became non-veg, like particularly in our previous generation. There were many people who, like you say, no, on a revenge. Like if your
Mhm.
parents tell you don't eat this, you will definitely eat this. So in our generation previous to us, there were many people who were non-veg. Okay, now their children, like our generation, is
Vegan.
getting back to vegetarianism,
I
and
know that.
many people in their homes, they are impressing upon their parents also not to eat non-veg. So but now they are hardcore non-veg people. So for such people, what do you advise? Like, are there any, because plant-based meat is something which is we are hearing a lot these days.
Ma'am,
So for what do you suggest?
look, ma'am, it is basically, I will just tell you a small, it's a part of our research. Starting 2002, 3, 4, 6, the meat was ruling the world, right? And all, when a product rules the world, basically, so there are a lot of technologies to build it, build around it, right? So they were meat packaging industry, how to keep the meat sustainable, what are the different, varieties of meat, how many meats, what kind of, so there were a lot of inventions of chicken nuggets, of chicken strips, and things like that, and they were introduced, were coming out, and so basically that was the time till 2014 when it started to decline.
Okay.
And this graph started for vegetarian and for the vegan and for the plant-based meat to get up. Now, what is happening
Rise.
is in the next 2, 3 years, you will see drastic changes as far because the industry has started working around it. Right. So there are plant-based industries in India. There are and they are now revolving around it. They are having their marketing schemes around it. So a lot of people are now putting their money to develop this product for their market, right? So people who look, I think any which ways. I mean, this is somebody's preference. It's basically a preference whether you're a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian. It's but what we can say that on what we can also say that not harming, you can now have the same taste by not harming the animal,
Animals.
and you can actually contribute to greenhouse. Apart from that, this is a plant-based meat which exactly tastes like meat. So probably, and it can be, it can be barbecued. It can be because we are certifying some
Okay.
plant-based meat. Yeah, some plant-based meat companies. So I technically understand. So I think that craving for eating vegetarian for eating that meat, I think that this
No.
should suffice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
And I think Hmm.
but people
बोलिए, बोलिए.
who are non-veg, no,
Hmm.
they not only they say that it is their right, which obviously it is their right to eat whatever they want to eat, but they
Yes.
also say that, and to some extent, I also agree that it's a part of food chain, no.
Mhm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
there
Ma'am,
are.
I'll tell you, we are doing small, we are giving proposals to McDonald's and, other companies. So there are two vegetarian outlets of McDonald's in India, one in Katra and other one in Amritsar.
Okay.
They don't serve any non-vegetarian,
Okay.
things there. So,
Okay.
but the point is that, what we are trying to tell them is what our pitch to people or our push to companies like McDonald's is that, if you take the certification, at least these 20% people who are not coming to you, just because
Veg.
that they really don't know that आपके वेज बर्गर में क्या है क्या नहीं है, एटलीस्ट वो कंप्लायंस उनकी दूर हो जाएगी कि नहीं, वो ये जो प्रोसेस है इसके अंदर मेयोनीज भी ठीक है, इसकी पैटी भी
हाँ,
ठीक है, इसके बन में भी कोई एग नहीं मिला होगा, सो ये 100% वेजिटेरियन है. सो दैट इज स्ट्राइकिंग टू लॉट ऑफ पीपल because that's what I'm saying, that this is more technical actually. Our certification, we have made it more technical, but we keeping Charak Sanhita in line, keeping the entire our entire philosophy, with the certification. Yes, ma'am.
So I'll come back to your certification now. How
Yeah.
did you begin this? What was the trigger that made you do this?
So actually, in 2011, 10, basically, I basically hail from Thailand. Almost a lot of time I spent there, and I still have my things there. So probably there were people who used to travel to Bangkok, and the biggest problem with them was food. So I was with the government hierarchy there. I've served the Thai Prime Minister for almost 1.5 years. So
Okay.
I typically was with the hierarchy of people who were coming to Thailand, and they were staying, and they were not they were still they had a problem that अगर वो hotel में भी खा रहे हैं, even if it's a 5 star, they're not sure that whether this food is vegetarian or not. So people who are traveling, आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारे गुजरातीज हैं जो अपना खाना वाना लेके अपने साथी
लेके
वाकड़ा वाकड़ा
जाते
तो
हैं,
अपने
हाँ,
साथ लेके जाते हैं.
एग्री.
So that and during that time I was traveling a lot, and I could see how halal was developing in those countries, and how it has taken up. In starting from Coke can to water bottle, everything
Okay.
was halal certified, and it doesn't make any relevance basically, because halal is only for the meat, should be for the meat. But so that's why I thought that there should be something for the vegetarians of the world, because we almost have a good number of vegetarians in the world, almost 19%. I think today there was a post by my people. So that is what intrigued me to start this, and it took me almost 11 years, now 12 years now, to put this, come down to that level, put this up into shape, and people are now, we are able to certify these products. Yeah.
How many outlets you said, restaurants across India have been certified?
Ma'am, this is a very young nascent stage right now. We only had, I'll just explain you certain things, but your viewers should also understand how it works. We are a SDO, we are a standard development organization. We develop these standards, right? And BIS has also accredited us. So
Yeah.
point is ki up now you need an auditor to get the audits done, and then the certification is raised. So
Okay.
we don't raise the certificate. The certificate
Okay.
is raised by these big companies like Bureau Veritas and DNV and
Okay.
UL. राइट. जैसा वो
हाँ.
आईएसओ बेचते हैं, वैसा ही वो
हाँ.
सात्विक सात्विक को बेचते हैं, लाइक दैट.
अच्छा.
सात्विक के
Okay.
लिए, हाँ, सात्विक के लिए कुछ प्रोटोकॉल्स हैं, कुछ स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं जो उस रेस्टोरेंट में होने चाहिए. उन प्रोटोकॉल्स को वो आएंगे, ऑडिट करेंगे और उसको वो सर्टिफिकेट देंगे. सो दिस
Certificate
इज
देंगे.
द प्रोसीजर ऑफ सात्विक सर्टिफिकेशन. Right now,
हाँ.
we are almost a year back. We did with Bureau Veritas, because I wanted that there should be like a. I wanted that Bureau Veritas was something which is one of the oldest 200-year-old company, and it was my dream that कि मेरा certificate कोई बड़ी ही company audit करे. इसीलिए the top now, I think by the end of this year, top big $5 billion companies are going to sell Satvik certifications. Right?
Okay. What are
Because,
those?
sorry, ma'am, one is
What
UL
are
from
the?
Canada. One is
Okay.
UL from Canada, which is very, अगर आप UL is देखेंगी तो they are very big. The other one we just did
हाँ.
with the African region with DNV. Indian
Okay.
region is with Bureau Veritas, and I think Eurofins we are doing with the Middle East.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Southeast Asia
And
we are going to do in the next year. We are going to phase out in Southeast Asia.
Huh. Like I was asking you, how many would you have any figure to tell us? Like these many restaurants have been
Okay,
certified by the
I'll
Sattvik
tell you.
Council.
One is Bikaner wala, which is our with our certification. Second is Annakut. Annakut is a brand of Escon basically. But apart from that, we have recently certified the Jagannath Temple in Delhi, the base
Okay.
kitchen of Jagannath Temple in Delhi. So the Prasadam
Okay.
now has our certificate. Apart
Okay.
from that, we have done this on the restaurant which is inside the Escon Delhi. And
Okay.
there are a lot of things which are in the pipeline, and they are coming. But certifying people like Bikaner wala is not easy, because they have big base kitchens, and they have big supply chain management. So now I think in Delhi NCR, if you can see, you will be there are boards which will say you this Satvik certified outlet.
So you certify right from their supply chains. You begin from there.
Entire There should be no non-vegetarian content in the entire supply chain
Anyway.
management and service.
And when you say Bikaner wala, is it only like you, the outlets which are there outside Delhi, you will go there separately and do that?
Yes, ma'am. That's
है
it's
ना?
a process. So जिन जगहों पे हमारा glow sign लग गया है, it means that it's certified.
हाँ,
वहाँ पे
it's
हमारे
certified.
stickers भी जाते हैं.
हाँ. So
Right.
apart from Delhi NCR, other parts of India, where are you?
We are as I told you, it's almost just almost 1 year, and we were busy with certifying the base kitchen. We did Vande Bharat. We did one train which is Ramayana Yatra. They were the world's
I
first
was
vegetarian
coming to
certified
that.
trains. Right.
Yeah, I was
So
coming to
so
that.
so that is, it's a humongous job to do, to even think of getting inside railways. it's such big, and IRCTC is one of the biggest PSUs in India. You know that. So there are a lot of challenges which we have to face, and this is not, the point for us is that not getting inside companies, because commercially, okay, that there is something, but not for me. I want the reach should be more important. Today, almost 6 to 8 thousand meals are going out of the Delhi-based kitchen, and it's going on the entree of the people who are traveling from Delhi to other stations, right? So that was the main pinpoint for me, that it should reach the people. लोगों को लगना लोगों के सामने आना चाहिए कि नहीं, ये सर्टिफाइड है, और सर्टिफिकेशन का महत्व समझना चाहिए, और ये भी समझना चाहिए कि अगर वो वेजिटेरियन लिखा गया है तो उसके पीछे पूरी सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट को भी वेजिटेरियन सर्टिफाई किया गया है.
So apart from this Ramayan Yatra, are there more? Are you planning to do it with more trains?
Ma'am, it all depends on IRCTC. Now we are eyeing on the Vande Bharat, which is happening from which is Gandhinagar.
And
It's happening from
Gujarat and
Gandhinagar.
Mumbai.
हाँ, ये गांधीनगर से स्टार्ट होती है. हाँ, so we are eyeing on that, and we are giving proposals कि हम वो करें. तो उसमें भी एक बड़ा नेटवर्क करना पड़ता है. जो बेस किचन होता है, जहां से सप्लाई आती है, उसको सर्टिफाई करना पड़ता है. जो लोग लेके, फिर देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ ट्रेनिंग व्हिच हैज टू बी डन कि हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू मेंटेन द सर्टिफिकेट. सो इट्स वेरी वेरी टेक्निकल, वेरी टेक्निकल.
And once you give the certificate, do you go back to them to check?
Yes. Actually, it's a very interesting thing. We have developed the world's first CAM auditor. So it's like a PEL CAM, which we say PEL CAM, which is locomotive audit, which is continuous audit module. CAM stands for continuous audit module. So वो ट्रेन में चलता ही रहता है. वो हर स्टेशन के बाद में वो दोबारा से एक ऑडिट होता है, जो उसको ऑनलाइन भरना पड़ता है, वो देखना पड़ता है सब कुछ ठीक है कि नहीं है, फिर वो आगे करता है, तब जाके सर्टिफिकेट वहीं पे रेज हो जाता है.
Maybe that is the reason. Maybe that is the reason. There's a lot of like work involved on the part of the.
Yes, ma'am.
The person who
but then whatever we are building, we are building for the future. We are building for the nation. आज वंदे भारत हो रही है, कल को ट्रांस भी हो सकती है. यूरोप में बोलेगी कि आप आओ प्लीज एंड टेल अस हाउ टू सर्टिफाई. वी वांट आवर फर्स्ट वीगन ट्रेन. यूरो रेल्स मुझे बोल सकती है ना. राइट. हाँ, श्योर. Because they don't have an option, that's why they don't try it.
अच्छा, आप अभी you were like sometime back you said that vegetarianism started in 2014. Is there any reason for that?
Ma'am, I don't know, but there is basically world food trends होते हैं. फूड के ट्रेंड्स होते हैं दुनिया में. उन ट्रेंड्स में जो मेजर ट्रेंड्स हैं और जो स्मॉलर उनके नीचे चलते हैं और उनके नीचे चलते हैं. तो इन ट्रेंड्स के ऊपर बहुत सारा काम होता रहता है ना. There are a lot of work which goes on these trends. So say, for example, if you can just see that how much beef is required right now in the United States to do the entire supply chain of McDonald's. That is humongous. Now, if there is a 10% shift to vegan from that sector, if there is a 10% shift, तो वो 10% भी बहुत ज्यादा है कि वो या तो उनके कस्टमर्स को पुल बैक करेंगे और वीगन बर्गर इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे, जो उन्होंने कर दिया हर जगह. राइट. बिकॉज कस्टमर्स तो मैकडॉनल्ड्स खाने आता है. राइट. सो देयर इज और यही लोग फूड ट्रेंड्स चलाते हैं मैम दुनिया में. ये चलाते हैं, KFC चलाता है, बिकॉज दे आर बिग टाइम इनटू सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट.
बिग टाइम इनटू एडवर्टाइजिंग आल्सो.
They are, ma'am. Look, I don't know whether you know it or not, but McDonald's is basically a real estate company. It is not even a food company.
Okay, no, I didn't know this.
Yes, it's a real estate company. आप थोड़ा सा research मारेंगे, आपको दिखाई पड़ेगा. Their better value is with the real estates.
But perhaps that is why they can put in a lot of money into it. And India, पता नहीं मुझे, तो आपने पहली बार आप जो बता रहे हैं, obviously it is right. But यहाँ पर तो सब लोग McDonald means a burger.
मैम देखिए, वही वाली बात है ना कि दैट 20 रुपए में बर्गर दे भी कौन सकता है.
हाँ, ये भी बात है. ये भी बात सही है. So, जो
20 रुपए
vegetarian
में,
food, when you compare vegetarian food with a non-vegetarian food, is it more costly?
of course, it is because of the process. Look,
Uh,
I don't know the figures, but
hmm,
almost it takes 19,000 some rupees
hmm,
for a chicken to come on your plate.
hmm,
जो अगर उसको बैक करते हैं पूरा हम, सो ऑलमोस्ट 19,000 रुपए लगते हैं ऑलमोस्ट,
hmm,
एक
hmm,
चिकन जो आपके टेबल पर पककर आता है उसके लिए.
hmm. Or if you compare it with the vegetarian pickup
I
any
don't have
dish,
that stat. I don't have that stats right now. I'm so sorry. मतलब मैं ऐसे बता नहीं
okay,
पाऊंगा. I would not say something which I don't know. Right. But
because
you can compare these stats and almost I think it's they look the food का जो major the major shrink about the food as far as the vegetarian and non-vegetarian is concerned, the cost is almost the same.
hmm. No, vegan, I think vegan is more costly than vegetarian, even the
Ma'am,
normal vegetarian.
because the but when you compare it with the non-vegetarian thing, जैसे अगर आप 1 किलो चिकन सोच रहे हो और अगर आप वही अगर आप उतना ही रॉ अगर रॉ में वो लेते हैं तो इट इज मोस्ट ऑलमोस्ट द सेम कॉस्ट.
Okay,
ऑलमोस्ट द सेम कॉस्ट.
okay.
बट ये थोड़ा सा कॉस्ट रिफ्लेक्शन आएगा बिकॉज अभी
Hmm,
इतना प्रोडक्शन नहीं है. पीपल आर नॉट
hmm,
टेकिंग इट इन. आई थिंक
hmm,
थोड़े टाइम के बाद में जब ये थोड़ा अब हो जाएगा तो मार्केट रेडी हो जाएगा तो
hmm.
इट विल गिव गुड रिजल्ट्स.
Okay, okay. Now that you are so much for vegetarianism, I just wanted to ask you, what are your views on dairy products? Because people who are vegan, they say that even milk, animal milk, is not our right.
मैम वो देखिए दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट वेयर द हाउ दे आर how they are getting how what do they want actually. Point is this, the consumer,
Hmm,
it all depends on the consumers.
hmm,
मिल्क दूध हमारे लिए बहुत ज्यादा प्योर है. जो हमारी
hmm,
संस्कृति है उसके लिए दूध हमारे लिए बहुत प्योर है. और
hmm,
दूध से बनी हुई बहुत सारी चीजें हमारी डेली लाइफ का एक पार्ट है.
hmm,
राइट.
hmm,
जिस तरह से दूध हमारे यहाँ यूज होता है और दुनिया में कहीं नहीं होता. इवन
hmm,
डेनमार्क में भी नहीं होता जहां सबसे अच्छा दूध मिलता है.
hmm,
I'm talking about the usage, the
hmm,
varieties of
hmm,
the end products where the entire milk is used.
hmm,
Right. They are
hmm,
limited to ice creams and little bit maybe 5 4 more components. But यहाँ
hmm.
पे तो कोई गिनती ही नहीं है दूध से बनी हुई
हाँ,
चीजों की.
exactly. Including
Right. तो
the
बहुत
drinking
सारी
of it. हाँ.
बहुत सारी
Hmm,
lot of
hmm,
things, lot of things.
hmm.
So we have हमारे लिए दूध का मतलब ही अलग है.
Hmm.
हमारी संस्कृति में फॉर इंडियंस एंड
Hmm.
इंडियन ओरिजिन दूध का
Hmm.
मतलब ही अलग है. दूध इज एंटायरली
Hmm.
डिफरेंट सो इट इज नॉट. उसको हम उस पैरामीटर में रख ही नहीं सकते कि ये नॉन वेजिटेरियन है या वेजिटेरियन
Okay. Okay.
अकॉर्डिंग टू मी.
Okay. Acha,
राइट.
Sattvik Council India has had signed an MOU with IHM Bhubaneswar
भुवनेश्वर.
to
राइट
run the
राइट.
first Sattvik Center of Excellence in India.
यस
What is
यस.
happening to that? What?
Look, ma'am, we are, I personally believe that the knowledge transfer is very important.
Hmm.
That's why I go to these universities. That's why I talk to young people. That's why I tell them about Sattvik. बिकॉज
Hmm.
नॉलेज ट्रांसफर अगर आप नहीं करेंगे उनका सर्टिफिकेशन से कोई मतलब नहीं है. लेकिन ये मेरा अपनी सोच है कि अगर आप नॉलेज ट्रांसफर नहीं करेंगे, इफ यू विल
Hmm.
नॉट गो टू द यंग एंड टॉक अबाउट इट, इफ यू विल नॉट से
Hmm.
दिस इज देयर आर 5 6 प्रिंसिपल्स. इफ अगर आप ये प्रिंसिपल ले लो तो शायद दवाई की कभी जिंदगी में जरूरत ही ना पड़े आपको.
Acha, you talk about that all?
Yeah, why not, ma'am? Why not?
Hmm.
I talk about that. I talk
Hmm.
about right combinations of food. I talk about
Okay.
wrong combinations of food. Because they are young people, they should always be energetic. And you know how young people are reacting nowadays to the how किस तरह का चल रहा है. So what we want is that कि वो सात्विक जब ऑडिटर बनेगा तो कम से कम सात्विक के बारे में समझेगा.
Hmm.
और अगर वो सात्विक के बारे में समझ गया तो कम से कम उस चीज को अपनी लाइफ के अंदर लाना
Right.
स्टार्ट करेगा
Hmm.
कि भैया मैं तो ऑडिटर हूँ यार, मैं ऑडिट करता हूँ जाके तो मैं तो ये कर नहीं सकता, ये गलत है, ये कॉम्बिनेशन नहीं खाऊंगा मैं,
Hmm.
इस टाइम पे नहीं खाऊंगा मैं.
हाँ.
यू गॉट माई पॉइंट. सो
हाँ,
ये
हाँ. नहीं नहीं, बताइए आप.
तो इसलिए आवर आवर सर्टिफिकेट आवर जो हमारे जो प्रोग्राम्स हैं, जो लीड ऑडिटर के प्रोग्राम्स हैं, वो आपको वैसे भी कुछ बहुत सारी बातें बताते हैं.
हम्म.
खाली टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट तो एक अलग हो गया, बट देन देयर आर प्रिंसिपल्स व्हिच पीपल लर्न.
Hmm.
तो जब आपने सूत्र समझ लिए जिंदगी के खाने के, तब तो फिर आपको कोई मतलब कोई देन देयर इज नो लुकिंग बैक.
Hmm. Hmm. अच्छा, आपने अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस इंस्टीट्यूट भुवनेश्वर का, आर यू इन डूइंग दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ अ थिंग विद एनी अदर इंस्टीट्यूट अक्रॉस
Ma'am,
इंडिया?
FHARI, Federation of
हाँ.
Hotel Management, that's one of the biggest association.
हम्म.
Third number है वर्ल्ड में उसका, वो FETESA
हम्म.
in South Africa.
ओके.
उसके अलावा अभी मैं साइन कर आया हूँ भोपाल IHM के साथ में.
ओके.
फिर मैं अभी जा रहा हूँ बॉम्बे, और ये
हम्म.
डीवाई पाटिल जहाँ पर ये IPL के मैचेस होते हैं उनके साथ में साइन करने जा रहा हूँ. वन ऑफ द
ओके.
मोस्ट प्रेस्टिजियस होटल मैनेजमेंट कॉलेजेस, दे आर
हम्म.
लॉन्चिंग आवर लैब कोर्स. वो हमारा लैब कोर्स लॉन्च कर रहे हैं अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी में. सो
ओके.
वी आर डूइंग अ लॉट, मतलब जिसको एकेडमिकली वी आर वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांग, वेरी स्ट्रांग.
So, since you know so much of about food and are talking about if you take a right combination of food, then you won't fall sick and all those things. So, did you yourself take any certificate and did
I
you
don't want to
study?
comment on it. No. I studied.
Okay.
I
Okay.
because you have to do a lot of papers, because almost the research whatever it's this entire certification is based on research. I have more research analysts than I have anybody else on my team.
Okay.
सो सो
Okay.
सो एक एक कंपोनेंट के पीछे को रिसर्च
हाँ.
करना, उसको टेक्निकल फेज में कन्वर्ट करना, फिर उसको
हाँ.
इंडस्ट्री के अलाइन करना,
हाँ.
ताकि
So
वो
there's
इम्प्लीमेंट हो सके.
there's a lot of learning there
लॉट ऑफ
from
वर्क.
also all kinds of sources
ओ यस
like
ओ यस.
Ayurveda and
राइट राइट
homeopathy, you know.
राइट राइट, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
Yeah.
बिल्कुल.
So you have three different kinds of certifications, no? Sattvik, Sattvam, Sattvik vegetarian, and four kinds. Sattvik Sattvam, Sattvik vegetarian, Sattvik vegan, and Sattvik Jain.
दीज आर द प्राइमरी सर्टिफिकेशन. दीज आर जहां से हमारा पूरा एक क्लीशे स्टार्ट होता है. इसके
Okay.
बाद में ऑलमोस्ट 40 और कोड्स हैं. देयर आर कोड्स. यू गो टू माय वेबसाइट, वहां पर एक कोडेक्स है. आप उस कोडेक्स
अच्छा.
को जब करोगे तो आपके पास में पूरा, आप किस तरीके के सर्टिफिकेट को कौन से लाइन में चाहते हो,
Hmm.
वहां पे उसका कोड डिस्क्राइब हो जाएगा. उस कोड को आप हमको ईमेल करोगे, हम उसको ब्यूरो
अच्छा.
वेरिटास को ईमेल करेंगे. ब्यूरो
अच्छा.
वेरिटास आपको एक पूरा क्वेश्चनेयर देगा, आप उस क्वेश्चनेयर को भर के उनको वापस भेजोगे. तब वो फिर ऑडिट के लिए आपको बताएगा कि हम इस तारीख को आएंगे, ये चीजें आप अपनी प्रिपेयर करिए. हमारा फर्स्ट ऑडिट होगा. फिर उसके बाद एक होता है टेक्निकल विच इज सेकेंड ऑडिट. सेकेंड
Okay.
ऑडिट के बाद आपको सर्टिफिकेट दिया जाता है.
Okay. That's quite a process.
यस यस.
Okay. And what do you say? Where do you see yourself, say, 5 years down the line?
2030 we should be almost $2.3 trillion economy, and we should be selling more than, because we have just launched Sattvik certifications in maritime. So we have
Okay.
now, we have now for kitchens on cruise, we have that, and we have the entire sea line. So you can now ship your product under Sattvik certified chain. So बहुत सारी जगह पे ऐसे होता है, फ्रोजन फूड आप बेचते हो तो वो नॉन वेज और वेज दोनों साथ में कंटेनर में भर के दूसरी कंट्री. सो ये अब आप रोक सकते हो. अब आप कह सकते हो कि नहीं, हम को तो सिर्फ वेजिटेरियन हमारा प्रोडक्ट है, वी वांट अ वेजिटेरियन सर्टिफाइड कंटेनर. वो आपको मिल
अच्छा.
जाएगा, वो डीएनवी करेगा.
Okay. So, where do you see yourself? Like, how
I see
how
myself here.
spread out
I
will
see.
be?
I personally, if you say so, me as a founder, I will be here. I'm not
No,
going
you'll be
anywhere.
here, but your
And
Sattvik certificates will
yes,
be spread out to
almost, because
entire world.
we almost got a nod from the BIS, which was one of my dreams. Bureau of Indian Standards इसको अपनाए और इस सर्टिफिकेट को अपनाने, बिकॉज ये रिक्वायरमेंट है. और अपनाए और अपनाने के बाद में इसको अपने रैक में डाले, जिसके अंदर उनके बाकी भी सर्टिफिकेशंस होते हैं. That I think that should happen very soon. And अब की बार ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने तो बोला ही था, आपने सुना होगा जो स्पीच थी उनकी 15 अगस्त वाली, that that now India needs their own certification. So probably I think that whatever said and done, we will reach where we have to reach, because the kind of interest these big companies are showing us,
Hmm.
they
India
are
is.
billion dollar companies. वो इतने
Hmm.
ब्यूरो वेरिटास इज नॉट स्मॉल, 200
Yeah.
साल पुरानी ऑडिट की कंपनी है. उन्होंने
Yeah.
मेरे साथ 5 years का एग्रीमेंट किया है, तो इसका मतलब कुछ सोच के, मार्केट देख करके. डीएनवी अब दूसरी बड़ी कंपनी है दुनिया की. थर्ड इज
Hmm.
यूएल. 29th को द सीईओ इज कमिंग टू इंडिया टू साइन एन एग्रीमेंट विद मी. तो
Hmm.
वी आर गोइंग टू कॉल फॉर एन इवेंट. एवरी टाइम वी डू दिस देयर इज अ इवेंट. आप फुटप्रिंट्स देखेंगे ट्विटर पे तो आपको दिखाई पड़ जाएगा. So
Hmm.
all these companies are coming. So it means that the next trend is vegetarian,
Hmm. So it
because
also
they see
means
the
that,
market. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
it
they
also
see the
means
market. Hmm.
that India is like rising.
Yes, yes, bilkul, bilkul, ma'am, bilkul,
Yeah.
bilkul. Why not? Why not? Which I'm a proud Indian. Though I've
Hmm.
stayed out almost my entire life, but still,
Hmm.
I believe that
Hmm.
yes, as an Indian, I have to,
Hmm.
I have to contribute to what I
Propag-
can.
yeah, and propagate Indianism.
बिल्कुल मैम, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. सात्विक का नाम जहाँ चला गया, वहाँ तो चला ही गया ना, इंडिया का नाम.
Right, right, right.
जी, जी.
So thank you so much, Mr. Biswas, for talking to us.
थैंक यू मैम,
And
थैंक यू फॉर
I
माय
hope
opportunity.
whatever vision you have, it is fructified and you achieve, and India achieves whatever you are wishing for it. Thank
Yes,
you so
yes.
much. Thank you.
And I wish all your viewers a very happy vegetarian day, and they should see for Sattvik. They should pray for Sattvik that we are as a team कि ये लोगो, ये पूरा मंत्र, ये पूरा सर्टिफिकेट के रूप में ये मंत्र जो है, ये पूरी
Hmm.
दुनिया में जाए और पूरी दुनिया इसको एक्सेप्ट करे. थैंक यू सो मच
Truly
मैम.
said. Truly said.
थैंक यू
Thank you
सो
so
मच.
much. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम.
Yeah.